That's that. This meeting is called to order. First item of business is approving the minutes from the last meeting. Have you had a chance to look at those? You want to sign it?
I will.
Attention for. Second item is the November 3rd general election. Letter to the parties.
So this is just a letter that we're required to send to the chairman of the political parties, letting them know when the ballot draw will be. And so I would just need your signatures on the two letters and we will then mail those out. And when we did the ballot draw for the March election, it was full in here.
Yeah, it was. That's right.
So I anticipate
Oh, for this one.
it will be as full.
Right.
And we have more chairs now.
Yes, we do have more chairs. That was
Always good to have a few extras.
I liked how you had the table set up.
Yes.
And it was really nice and easy
Mhm.
and everybody visible. And I like doing it in the background.
We probably, since we have more chairs and we know we'll anticipate more people, because you have all the municipals too.
Oh, right.
You know, so we'll probably push back and we'll move the printer out, you know, we'll like make it aesthetically kind of pleasing in the back and we'll push back and then have more chairs out.
Good.
And then we will also, every candidate that is eligible to be in the ballot draw, we will also email them
Good.
out the information. We won't just rely on them seeing it on our Facebook page or our website or even in the newspaper. We're required to put it in the newspaper, but we always email them out that information so that they are aware. Yes.
Okay. Super. Okay, on to early vote center locations.
I don't have anything new to add. I know that we discussed it last meeting,
Mhm.
but I wanted to go ahead and put it on the agenda so that we can still discuss if after reviewing everything, you have questions or concerns or comments, that this allows us to kind of go over that.
Right. Have you had any changes that are?
No, there's no changes on here, but I feel like especially for Matt, with all the information we gave, that
Feeling a little overwhelmed?
that, you know, this would give the commission time to,
Right.
a little bit of time to reflect and come back. We still are well within any windows of having to make any decisions.
And we're good on staff, right? Or
So if this is the plan, I feel like the big question is American Legion, keeping it open 1 or 2 weeks. And then once we kind of nail that down, we will start to make sure we have the staffing for everything.
Are they amenable to that?
Yes, they are.
Is that who you talking to?
Don Banta is
Don
the
Banta.
supervisor out
Okay.
there at American Legion.
Okay.
And then Joe Dunn, he's also there too, but I've moved him to Elm Springs. Yeah, so.
Okay. Just curious. Okay. They always seem pretty cooperative, my impression.
How are you on recruiting people? I mean, do you feel like, I know it's always a problem, but are you satisfied that you've got enough to cover this?
So for early vote, yes, there's a couple of spots where I'm not 100% sure. So for instance, us going back into Christchurch, we'll pull a team that we've used there before, but then that pulls people from another spot. So I just have to do a little bit of shuffling. And then the same thing with medical arts. I'll have to, because the medical arts team that I would use in the afternoon, part of them I'm going to be pushing to Christchurch. So, but as far as having enough staff, we'll be able to narrow that down. And then start filling in the gaps. But
Okay.
it's making sure we have good, strong supervisors. Getting the poll workers, that's not a problem. It's making sure that we've got good, strong supervisors for the 2 weeks.
Okay.
When's your next training session?
So we have been accepting applications for new poll workers, and we've been getting them slowly in. We will bring in the supervisors and do a supervisor training with them starting in September, the end of September. We're not required to do that, but it is,
It helps.
It helps, and it's important because for our supervisors, we went through the whole primary, and you like focus on which ballot style do you want and the changing of the party affiliation, all that goes away. So you kind of need to put it back in their minds that this election is just, we don't ask that question. That's not part of the process, and just go over lessons learned from the primary, kind of talk about those different things. So we'll bring in the supervisors that last week of September. I don't want to do it too early.
Right.
It's kind of a fine line. And then we'll do new poll worker training at the end of September too. So we'll start sending out this week information to the supervisors about training, and send them a list of poll workers that work with them to make sure that their teams are good. And then we'll kind of start getting all that information together.
Okay. So September.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? Curiosity? You got this all taken care of, right?
Yeah, well, I still have some curiosity. And I know on these that there's a reason normally
Mhm.
that you're open 1 week for early voting and not the second week, or the second week, not the first week. Would it be more efficient for you all if we could move to a point where maybe we had fewer locations for early voting, but they were open the whole time,
Mm,
and you weren't moving in and out? Is that feasible?
So some of the reasons we do the limited early voting.
Yeah,
So for instance, out in Lincoln, it really we wouldn't get as much early voting in the Lincoln area
yeah,
for a full 2 weeks.
right.
So for instance, so that's one of the reasons we
Yeah.
do limited there. The same thing with Sonora.
Uh,
The Fayetteville Library never has availability for us for 2 weeks.
Okay,
But the amount of votes we get there are worth it to be open. And part of the reason for us kind of expanding out is to give other people in the county opportunity to have
right.
the opportunity. Now, and the courthouse, no matter what we do, is always so busy, and we want to
Oh, yeah.
voters away from the courthouse.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we do the Fayetteville Library. They're not available for us
Okay.
for the full 2 weeks. Some of the sites, like, so for instance, Nazarene,
Mhm.
it's an election day site. So when we set up there, we
Yeah.
can keep the equipment there.
Okay.
But we, so
You want to change the Fayetteville Public Library from first week to second week?
we can't.
No, I mean,
Oh.
you've got it.
Yeah, their second week this go round. That is all they had available for us.
But you've got them marked. in.
Oh, yes,
the
yes,
first
I
week.
see what you're saying. I was like,
Sorry.
yeah, now I see where you've got that, yeah.
Okay. Well, the only reason I asked that question is it just seems like it's a little bit more logistics on your part.
It is a lot of logistics. We have a really good team
Yeah.
that does the logistics. But some of it is giving more opportunity across the county
Okay.
for voters. And then a lot of times, like, so for instance, at the Rise Physical Therapy,
Right.
they don't have availability for us. This is the only availability they have, but the turnout
It's huge.
is nice there. So yeah.
Where else can you go get your groceries and shop? I mean, logistically, it makes sense that people intend to vote as much as they do. And then it's just like, oh, how much is it going to take? Am I going to drive somewhere else?
Okay.
But now we can't, I mean, some of the sites too, we have to tear down and then set back up because they're churches
Right.
on Sundays.
Then we have Halloween that second weekend.
Oh, that's right, Halloween.
And as much as I would like to have the U of A open 2 weeks, I think logistically with schedules.
Right, U of
just
A.
not possible. And I'd rather have something rather than nothing.
U of A, the second week is their football game, so the Alumni Center wouldn't be open for us.
Mhm.
Also, so sometimes when we look at the numbers, we look at what is our voter turnout for the 2 weeks? Would it be worth it to stay open the 2 weeks? University of Arkansas, other than when we were in Bud Walton,
Mhm.
their numbers are
Not
not,
as good.
no.
Huh,
So
huh.
in my mind, it wouldn't justify
Mm.
being open for the full 2 weeks, but I do think we give the opportunity for the university students to have a place. They have sent in a request asking for an election day site at the University of Arkansas.
Oh.
But that would be adding another polling location. And I don't think that as an election day site, it would be as effective as offering them
Yes.
early vote. Because, election day is geared towards the whole county, even, early vote is too. But it would pull resources from election day that we don't have
Yeah.
to try and open a site at the University of Arkansas. I think early vote gives them that opportunity
Mhm.
to vote.
Would the early site be the same day as voting day site? Are they talking about the same site?
No, yeah, well, they have asked at one point for it to be in the student union. And I think the student union
It'd
is
be
not
chaotic.
feasible. But I also logistically setting that up as an election day site would not work. Because it pulls resources from the other locations that we have, machines, because basically they're borrowing machines from an election day site for us to open them up. We're borrowing a team from an election day site to open them up. If they opened up as an election day site, we would have to create teams, find equipment and all of that.
Right, yeah.
So,
Okay.
All right, other questions? Thoughts? Let's move on to election day. Location. Get your magnifier out. This is where I want a screen that I can make it
make
bigger.
it bigger.
Magnifying glass
Really?
on your
Not
phone.
right was tab C.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do actually.
On this one, the difference is really us officially closing Trinity Methodist.
Oh, that's
That's-
the main.
Yeah, that's the main. Everything else will remain the same as what we had from the general in 2024 and the primary in 2026. So it would be officially closing Trinity Methodist.
Okay.
And those people who normally vote at Trinity Methodist, Sang Avenue Baptist Church is just down the road. It's not that far from Trinity Methodist.
Let's interaction here, discussion.
Remind me again of where the people of Trinity do you think they have been dispersed to?
So a lot of them would go to Sang Avenue. That would be the closest polling place for them. Also early vote at the University of Arkansas. It's just right there. Because a lot of them you have to theorize are probably university students as well. I think one thing that may be interesting for Trinity Methodist is where we have the new polling place on Mount Comfort Road. that, or right off Mount Comfort
Mm.
Road, that is actually way closer to them than the Mount Comfort Church, when it was at the Mount Comfort Church further down. So if you lived in that area, kind of over where the police station is, you're just under the bypass, under the interstate, and just right there is the polling place.
Yeah.
So I actually think it may be that they absorb some of them. In 2024, when we had the emergency closure for Trinity Methodist, we opened up the VA, our VA office there on North
Mm.
Street. We only got 151 voters who went there. I think those 151 voters would have ended up at saying had we not
Oh,
opened. I don't feel like we're displacing them in areas that's harder for them to get to.
I think the main thing would be to make sure that you've got signage that says go that way.
Yeah. So we post, we post signs at the door, at the site
Mhm.
that says your closest location
Yeah.
is here. So, yeah. And with more and more people early voting, it helps,
Right.
for election day.
I've been really enjoying the Facebook and the Instagram post where you're saying, hey, you can vote here.
Yeah.
And then you put a photo of the building and you're like, oh, that's the technical name of
Mhm.
whatever.
Where it is.
Mhm.
Well, on our page, we also have Google Map links.
Oh,
So
Right.
if you are looking, we have the list of all the sites, and then there's the Google Map link just right there where you can just say, okay.
I think
this
it
is
makes
how
it
I get
super
them.
easy and it's just one less,
Mhm.
like, what do I have to do research on my own?
Right. Thoughts, Matt?
Just kind of taking in the numbers here a little bit.
And this is also officially closing Yvonne Richardson Center, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, which makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah.
I can see.
And part of the reason that we opened up some of the extra early vote sites, well, especially like in Farmington, Farmington is our growth area.
Yeah.
And having that early vote helps us on election day not be so overwhelmed that day, because we don't have enough machines or we don't have enough space to be able to put the amount of machines in Farmington if we didn't offer them some early vote.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of,
Yeah.
sometimes the heavy early voting, the shuffling of the sites is the trade-off for election day, not having as long of lines in areas across the county.
I suspect with Farmington local races, I think it's going to be a heavier.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
I think we'll get more voters than we normally get.
I do too, because I think their mayor is not running for office, which means that seat then opens up for there. I think all the local mayor races definitely will draw
A lot of
interest. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think with officially closing Trinity and Yvonne, we can reallocate those resources and people.
Yes.
Machines.
Starting to feel like we're in a grinder or something.
Yes.
Has this been going on for a while?
Just waited till the meeting.
You time it like that, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness, how
There
funny.
wasn't a kid turning something on. I looked
keep
over there.
thinking, sooner or later, we're gonna start moving
Doing something
circular manner. Okay, any more questions on the election day vote centers?
And when do we
Okay.
need to make a decision about those?
So technically September 4th, but we talked
Oh,
about having a meeting in August
Yeah.
before the
okay.
ballot draw to basically set all of that.
We can think about it between now and then. All right, budget, Homeland Security Grant Program is the first item.
So you've seen this before. This was the information that I shared at the previous meeting, the assessment from the Secretary of State's office. I did talk to
Huh.
Spencer at the Secretary of State's office asking when the grant money would be available because we may or may not get grant money. It depends on how many other counties ask for money, depends on how much the federal government is willing to give. So he said in July, looking back at records, that's when it had been released previously. That doesn't necessarily mean that, that is when it will happen. But if we were to get the grant money, and assuming it's at least $10,000, could be more. When Everon came out to look at the badge doors, I also asked them to give us a quote for a intercom door system.
Oh.
So for
Mhm.
instance, if the doorbell rings in there
Mhm.
and I'm the only one here, I would then be able to see who's at the door to let them in. And it would be the same over at the South Campus
Okay.
as well. I think it would fall within security, that
Mhm.
security assessment of access to the building and being able to talk with the people before you
Right.
let them in the building.
Especially if you're alone.
Yes, so this would be the quote for that. So I think this would be, if we get the money, I think it moves pretty quickly on like getting in like what you're going to spend it on, because you have to,
Mhm.
they don't just say, okay, here's $10,000. We then have to turn around and give them exactly how we're going to spend it. And it has to be done pretty quickly. So I went ahead and had them quote this
Good.
as a possible expenditure of the security grant program. But also too, if we didn't get the security grant, this could go into our budget for
Right.
2027 as a capital outlay.
Okay.
For the doors, can you remotely unlock it? So was there a button for magnets?
You can't remotely unlock it.
Like if you're in the back and you're like, oh, I know who this person is.
Oh, yes,
So I don't know what
yes,
it's called.
that's what this is.
Okay.
In my mind, I was thinking if I was
Offsite.
offside.
Oh,
Offside.
so sorry, but if
Yeah.
you're in the back.
Yes.
Like at the road department.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you buzz them in and they
Yes.
can.
Well, you have to be at the little panel thing, basically.
So the control panel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, as I read this, and I maybe don't understand it completely, the idea is they're gonna work with the doors that we have. Okay,
So for this, for the,
all the doors.
they call it an airphone system. For the airphones or AI phone system, not AI phone system, it would be for this door and that door.
Now,
And
how about that one?
No,
Not for
because
that one.
no one should be coming to that door.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Okay.
that door is behind the locked
Okay.
gates. And then over at the South Campus building, it would just be for the one door. They do have two doors,
Right.
but the one that's closest to the gas tanks, no one uses and no one should be using that. And so it would just be for one door.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What about for the big door?
Yes, it would be for that one too.
Okay.
It would be for this one and for the one in,
okay.
in there.
Do we have enough power? I'm sorry, Matt.
Now, is there another outside access up there? You said you have a door here and a door.
We have a door on the, yes, where those front desks are, there's a
Okay.
door
All
there.
right.
So it would be for those two doors. So,
Okay.
so yes, when he
Uh-huh.
came out, this is the company that basically all of the county uses for the system. And he didn't seem to think that that was an issue because basically this ties into the badge door system.
Okay. And we have enough electricity, power stations, power outlets,
So
put all the cameras in.
yes, especially this building, when they came and did the work, they added another power box for us for electrical. And so this building will need the security cameras, but the other building
Mhm.
already has security cameras on it. They had just, I don't know if they were offline or what, but we now have access to those.
Oh, good.
So yeah.
Okay.
And it's been properly updated to,
So, yes, that, at least that's what Logan was letting me
Okay.
know. Because when we went and did the walkthrough, they looked at the cameras and then Logan looked at the cameras
Okay.
and went and he sent me an email saying that they're working and that he'll give me computer access to them.
okay.
So,
Okay, Matt, you had some questions about this. didn't you?
Yeah, I ended up having a conversation with a gentleman named Sam,
mhm.
and are they in the contracting office? I'm not sure what that.
They're in the IT office.
IT office,
Yeah.
okay. And I was reading the fine print, and it's always a dangerous thing to do. But what caught me was item number 3, and was in their I guess contract or
Is that the warranty?
yeah,
Okay,
and it
whole
says says products are installed in this agreement are warranted against defects of material workmanship for the warranty period stated above. I hadn't seen any warranty period stated above.
Oh.
If no such period is stated, then 90 days from the installation by Everon. I just found that to be exceedingly short
Yeah,
warranty
that-
period. I mean, I'm sure you guys have too in your business,
right.
purchased a lot of different types of equipment and everything. And that's pretty short,
Mhm.
even for computers.
Yeah,
So, I mean, I can get a year from Walmart on a TV. So it's a hassle to send it back after 30 days, but you can do it.
right, right.
So he wants me to send him an email with this question.
Okay.
And he said he'd get a
Okay.
hold of it.
Did-
So I don't necessarily want to hold this up, but I just thought that was an exceedingly short period of time. I mean, it takes them off the hook,
Right.
you know, in
Is
90
that the
days.
standard that they've offered the entire county?
I would say it is. I can follow up with Sam too, because I would say it's probably in the other
Probably,
contract.
yeah, it's probably a
Yeah.
whole lot of stuff. I mean, and as long as nobody's questioning, you know, I'd be doing the same thing probably. But I mean, I just think, I mean, you pay a lot of money for this. Was it 15 grand,
Yes.
you know? For all this equipment. And their installation fees and everything, so.
Yeah. I don't see it listed in the other.
I don't see it listed, it says, but it talks about, you know, warranty and unless it's stated above, well, the above, there's nothing there because it's the beginning of the warranty exclusions.
Yeah,
So anyway, what I'll do is when I get back home, I'll.
oh, it is in the other one.
It's a little different in the other one though.
I saw one
Oh,
that had,
it
I
is,
saw one that had 120, I thought.
Yeah,
too.
it's a little different.
We've got 2 different proposals here, I
Yeah.
think.
This first one that we're discussing is for future,
Yeah.
would be for if we get the grant or as a capital outlay.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, and we can ask Sam too. I know that this company, you know, it's one of those things too where they want to keep the county's business, and the county apparently all the door systems are through
Yeah.
this
Okay.
particular. Because the IT has to go in and set everything up,
Right.
and there's license and to
Yeah.
do
Right.
it and all of those different
Yeah.
things. And so that's why there's kind of just one
This
company.
first one is for that, is that the camera?
This first one is for the door, the
Door adapter?
doorbell kind of system.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right, all right. Then you can really, open it remotely.
yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I got you. And the second one,
The one under B
Is the doors.
is
oh, that's the
the,
door.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
so really the B and C kind of go together when he
Yeah.
quoted it. I had him quote both the doors and the cameras.
Mhm.
So adding the cameras and him actually coming out and quote. So when I originally asked for the capital outlay, they just did a real quick walkthrough and gave me an estimate. And
Right.
so it was kind of on the higher end. So when he came out and actually looked at the doors, he was able to make some adjustments. So with those adjustments, it would allow us to get the cameras for this
Oh.
building.
Okay.
So yeah, the building over south already has cameras. So we would be able to get the badge doors for this back one, the two front ones, and then over at the south campus, the two doors there.
Do y'all ever access the back door right now?
No, we never come in the back door.
Oh, but you may go out
Sometimes we open it up just
for
to,
circulation.
yeah,
Yeah.
not,
Really, we
Okay.
don't open it for anything.
and that gate is the road department, so we don't have access to open that gate.
Oh,
Our badges wouldn't work on that gate. We don't have keys to it, so we would never be able to access the building from the
Gotcha.
back side.
okay.
So, yeah. So,
But
I don't think anybody accesses this gate anymore. They all go around. I don't think anybody, I haven't seen
Once in a while,
anybody.
we go
Yeah.
through there. Once in a while, they'll pull somebody through there. They've got a load that has to go to these warehouses. that are-
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's rare.
and then sometimes the electric, was it the gas or electric had to come
The
and,
internet has come and gone back
Yeah.
here and the electric has.
Oh.
gone
but
back.
they've come into us for us to give them
Okay.
access. No one's ever accessed the back door
Okay.
to visit us, basically.
all in all, it's about 23
Yeah.
grand and some change.
Yeah.
Get all that done.
And what is the budget due again?
And there-
Court.
So the badge doors, I have the money for this year. And we can go ahead and proceed with this.
First one.
Yeah, or the second one,
Oh, the
the,
second one.
yeah, the B and C.
Oh, okay.
The security doors and the security cameras. The basically the doorbell program. If we got grant money, we could use grant money. We can build it into our capital outlay for next year
year,
for the
yeah.
2027 budget. Or if this project comes through the security doors and security cameras, I think I had requested 27,000.
Oh.
If it came in at 23,000 overall, and the other one is 6,000, I think it was close to
Yeah,
$7,000. We might actually have the money in the budget to do it, because if it's just another 2,000,
Right.
I would most likely have that in our budget to,
Flexibility.
yeah, to
Yeah.
do that one as well. But I don't want to spend it until I know, because if we get the grant money, I don't want to go ahead and commit to the first part of it and then we're trying. Not that I don't think we could find something, but I think that's a good spend for the grant
Mhm.
money.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So, how much of this is, I know in the past we talked about buildings and grounds covering the doors and the reconstruction of the step or something. Does that enter into your thinking here?
Not into any of this.
Okay,
The rebuilding of the steps and everything, that is buildings and grounds.
okay.
That part of it. The door badge system, the security system comes from we
Okay,
have
from
to,
our budget.
yeah.
Okay.
Will they do that in-house or
so
do they?
they're trying to debate on how they want to do it. They did have someone come out and look at it maybe 2
Yeah,
months ago or something, not from the county.
yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's a bit more of a project than initially anticipated
I
to
figured.
truly make it ADA. That, like you could go out and pour the slab and make
Sure.
it, but to get it graded
Yeah.
properly and to follow all the ADA rules, I think it's a little bit
Well,
more.
I'm gonna have to make an adjustment for that little lip. that
Yes.
is existing too,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Uh,
That was supposed to be done this summer, correct?
So, that had been the initial conversation of when that would be done, but then when they started looking, I think they thought it was an easy
Oh,
thing to do.
okay.
And then as they have looked at it, it's much more complicated. But it is on, it is.
So you
on
don't really
this.
have a timeline at this point
I don't.
and when it could be done?
I don't.
Oh, man.
No.
I guess we should.
Who
Got used to
makes
that.
that decision?
So the buildings and grounds, Angela would be in charge of that, but ultimately it comes down to budgeting, which would be I would feel like, depending on what projects they already have and what money
Yeah.
they have allocated to those projects. It may be that they've had to prioritize something
And
different.
we don't get it this year.
But I know that, I know that is on their
Okay.
radar.
Okay.
And I can follow up with Angela and see more so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that we're used to being put off.
Yeah.
And as a rule, I'm okay with that, but give me something that is fairly certain.
Mhm.
And my thought was earlier in the year, it was certain for this summer.
Yeah.
But now I'm going, well, it may not be at
Yeah.
all.
No.
And, that just doesn't sit real well with me. So,
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll follow up with Angela today.
Angela's tax collector?
No,
No,
Angela-
Angela.
And the-
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and Ledgerwood.
oh,
Yeah,
Ledgerwood.
she's
She's
in
not
charge of
elected
buildings
position.
and grounds. Yeah,
She's appointed by the county judge.
Okay.
so.
Well,
yeah, be prepared to be the squeaky wheel one of these days.
More so,
Yeah,
Huh?
more so.
yeah.
I do have a question about the payment though. So this says 30 days to pay. Is there any way that we can increase that just to make sure that, no, with grants, I think the county pays and then we get reimbursed from the grant?
Okay, so,
If we got that.
if we go back to A, we
Mhm.
wouldn't spend the money until we
Had the
had the
grant
money.
in
Okay,
hand.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but for B and C, we already have the funds. Yeah.
And there's anything else we have to budget with license or software updates? Like
No, that all,
securing the software? Like, is that included in here as well?
so let me ask, because they said something about a license, but I think
Mhm.
IT has the license
Okay,
and IT said they had extra license.
okay.
So I feel like that comes with IT side of it.
And then obviously how many? Is it per door that we would need a license? Do we have extra?
No, I think
Okay.
it's for the
cameras.
building. Yeah,
Oh, for the building.
Yeah.
And that way, if there isn't a renewal or yearly, that way we just budget it for.
yeah. Let me ask about, is there a yearly fee?
Yeah, I seem to recall we had that same discussion years ago with ES&S about,
We have a yearly fee with
Yeah.
ES&S, but you're right. Let me ask and see if there's a yearly fee for the
Just-
cameras and the,
Just want to be aware of everything.
Yeah.
And obviously we. can
otherwise we
only-
have to put that in our budget.
Mhm.
right, we would just build that
Yeah.
into our budget, but
Right.
we would need to know
what it is.
what it is.
Is it
Yeah.
$100? Is it $1,500?
15,000. I mean, when it was ES&S, it was pretty steep, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, I'm assuming since everybody else in the county has it, I think we have a pretty
right.
good estimate
Yeah.
of that. And if it was that expensive, they probably would have used somebody else possibly.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Other questions? Matt? Still got some thoughts?
The other disbelief moment I had was that the estimated sales tax.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna collect sales tax from us. They're gonna send it to Little Rock. Little Rock's gonna chop it up, send a small portion of it back to the county.
Exactly. Yeah, I noticed that too.
I don't know why there's not a waiver for that sort of thing. When you're doing work for government entity.
There's not, because I have asked that question
Yeah.
before. When I first started, I just thought,
Yeah.
oh, we should
Mhm. Not
pay
have to pay.
taxes on anything,
Huh.
like when we bought
Right.
ballots,
Yeah.
you know, and then I
Oh,
would
yeah.
get the bill for the taxes, you know, I was like,
On
why are we-
ballots?
Yeah, I was like,
That's pretty hefty.
yeah, I was like, why do we pay tax, you know?
Mhm.
So, yeah, the county is not exempt from taxes. So that was the short answer that
And you give a much better scenario for how that works.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're actually, it's costing the county.
We're funding other,
We're funding,
counties.
well, the state and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
other cities.
Yeah.
Everybody's there. And it's coming out of.
they all have their
it's coming
hand
out-
out.
It's coming out of our budget.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll move on.
Well, my question is for B and C, which is the doors and the cameras. Do you want me to go ahead and say yes to this project and go ahead and get them started on this project?
Huh, and this is for the camera
This is for the cameras and the badge doors.
badge doors.
Yeah.
Okay, which you'll have to either, once you get that door done, you have to have a badge or you'll have to be buzzed in, right?
So, when we are just here working,
Yeah.
you will, yes, we would have to let them in, or you would have to have a badge to come in. But
Okay.
I did ask when we have public meetings.
Yeah.
We can open there's a way to open the door so
Yeah.
that the public
Disarm
doesn't.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I did, because I wasn't sure how that would
Yeah.
work. And so, but that was what he said. Now, the one thing he also did say about the doors, because basically once they're badged, it's that electronic hold. The only way to get it open is with the badge or to turn it off. But it is tied into our fire alarms. So if there is a see, I didn't even think about that. So like if the fire alarms were to go off,
Yeah.
it unleashes,
Oh, it
unlocks the door.
unlocks it, all
So,
of it.
so if
As
we
an
weren't
automatic
here,
thing.
exactly, it happened in the middle of the night and the fire crews show up, they can get into the building. So, yeah, so.
Yeah.
My other question would be for the 90-day warranty, piggybacking off of Matt's question, is if things are installed properly, there's always things that come up,
Right.
as in trying to get used to a new
Somebody's gonna
system.
wire something wrong.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna lock each other out. I mean, I don't say how that can happen, but
Right.
there's only so.
That's not a very long period to
Right.
actually get used to the system
Mhm.
that's been introduced.
Or for problems to arise.
Yeah.
Because you can't predict every scenario. So my question is, does it include like an IT help desk or?
So our IT actually is the one who runs it.
Okay.
So they will install everything
Mhm.
and then our IT is the one who actually
Manages it.
manages it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you had any issues or questions, you
And
just.
they'll integrate it into their system.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do they have the capability from their little IT office up there to uh, disconnect the locking mechanism? I
Yes,
wonder.
they do.
Yeah.
They do, so they can do it remote,
It's an IT.
Oh,
and
okay.
That's what he does in his office.
so
but
he can
it's-
unlock it.
Okay.
Okay,
He
So-
actually did it
so-
from Siloam Springs to the U of A over the weekend.
okay.
So,
Good. Well, that's good to know, because if all else fails,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm looking for a fail safe here running into the election,
Mhm.
Yes.
you know.
So I guess you could do it remotely then.
Not.
No, no, we.
Somebody
Not
can.
not
Yeah.
we.
IT can't, okay.
IT can't.
We call her husband.
Not we.
Just add another job.
Yeah. Not we, but yeah, so.
Okay, no, that's good. I'm good.
Okay.
Oh,
I think we should
No.
move forward with it and get it going.
Okay.
'Cause like I say, there's going to be a point where we're going to go, look, we've waited long enough. And,
Yeah.
Well, and if we
get parts of it at least.
right, and we'll have it done before August.
Yes.
Say.
Okay. So I need to start remembering to bring my badge.
Well, when we have public meetings, so we'll unlock the door.
Right.
So,
Okay.
so yeah.
Okay.
We're just being extra loud.
Okay, do we need a motion on that or, What's your thought?
I think just you saying that I'm good to spend the money, because technically what will happen is we cannot sign this contract. The
Mhm.
commission can give me permission to spend this money, but I will actually have to send it to the judge, and the
Oh,
judge is the one who actually
Okay.
enters into the contract and signs the contract. So with your permission, I will proceed with sending this to the judge's
Okay.
office for their
Okay.
signature.
Sure.
But I
Okay.
will ask too about the fee,
Yes.
That'd be great.
the yearly fee.
A little more info. Okay.
And the county may already be paying it and maybe just divvy up the bill amongst all the departments.
Oh,
who
that's
use it.
true, because they've
So
done
that
that.
could
on other
be-
things.
Yeah,
Something that they already calculated in and we just weren't aware of it because this is new to us.
right. Or the IT department keeps it all
Right.
in-house because they're the ones who are controlling the license,
Mhm.
basically. So yeah,
Right.
so.
Either way, we just want to know so we don't have a shortfall in our budget.
Yeah.
One last time on this door. Now, is that door gonna remain there and intact as it is today?
Yeah.
Don't use the existing door.
Yeah. So the two doors they weren't happy with are those two doors on this
Okay.
side, because they're not industrial type
They're
doors. They're just
residential
residential doors. And so the type of locking system he's going to have to put on them is a little bit different than what he'll be able to do on that door. And then the doors over, he loved the doors over at the other building.
Oh,
He said
okay.
those are going to be easy to do, easy to manage.
Mhm.
So yeah,
So they wouldn't replace these two doors.
no. But if we were to get the grant money,
Oh, we could do that.
that would fall, and depending on how much grant money we get, replacing those doors was part of the assessment,
Mhm.
and that could be something that we could look at, replacing those doors.
Okay.
Would we also have to replace the frames? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
But like I said, all of that would fall underneath the security grant, if we were to get any.
Well, the other side of that is that used to be, or maybe still is, the entryway that gave us the ADA
Yeah,
certification or whatever.
yeah.
Making, redesigning that part brings that door out of necessity.
I agree. We wouldn't use that for,
Exactly,
Yeah.
for the ADA,
right.
which to me says those things are intertwined to the point that the redesign of this door and the outside is maybe not, it depends on who you're talking to, I guess, but it's not exactly an individual thing there because it would relate to that door over there. I guess I'm seeing it all of a piece.
Right.
And so that's why I feel like the redesign needs to be part of the overall security approach. Maybe that's a way to bring it to the buildings and grounds that, look, we're getting a redesign for the whole security thing. This is an integral part of it.
Right.
That's my thought.
And maybe they would do it sooner, but at least we'd have an idea. So even if they didn't have the money in their budget to do it this year, we'd have at least an idea going forward of, hey, this
Right.
is the plan.
Shouldn't be that much to, sort of reinforce, like a commercial style
Right,
door there,
right.
metal, and even has a, panic bar on it or something so you can get out in an
Mhm.
emergency. And, that shouldn't be that hard to do.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that expensive.
But the big sticking point, I guess, is the stair out there,
Yeah.
the step down
Right.
and the,
But they just need to fix that.
Right, that part will be fixed, but I think if, depending on the grant, we could look at just replacing the two doors with actual commercial
Mhm.
grade doors
Yeah.
and not just residential doors.
but it would, but if, as long as this isn't done, that would still need to be an ADA door.
Right, right. But but replacing it,
Yeah.
I mean,
But if we replace it, if we replace this one and make that an ADA door,
right, that's
Then
the
the other
goal.
one-
we don't care.
Right,
Yeah, we don't
yeah,
care.
that's the goal is this one becomes
Right.
the ADA.
Right.
Yeah.
But that, I mean, I don't know.
Hmm.
I guess I'm a little stubborn on it. I feel like it needs to be done yesterday. And,
And then we forget we're on the county's timeline,
I know,
not ours.
I know.
They're not on ours.
Yeah, they're
Well-
definitely not on ours.
But we have our own building though. So I
One
mean,
person hasn't made it a priority up there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So,
It needs to, I mean,
Mhm.
it's kind of like you start fixing a building in pieces, none of which relate to the other pieces. And you're still stuck in a bad design. Because you've done it incrementally. Well, we need to fix this, but if we fix this, then that would be fixed differently. So, I'm sorry, I get a little,
no, you're
Exercise on that.
exactly right.
uh-oh,
that's not me this time.
sorry, it's not me. No. Goodbye.
The other thing about the doors too is that if these are residential doors, a lot of times they are wood frames. So the other cost
Yeah,
is that the frames have to be redone, which means and I know we have buildings and grounds, but we have to account for drywall and paint.
Right.
And that's just something that happens.
Yeah.
If they're not exactly the same size, just off a little bit and the seal.
You're right. They'll have to put some metal framing in there.
Yeah, that's because they just won't work.
that's a good point. And
Hopefully
Because
that
there's no point
Again.
of having a heavy door where you can actually just push,
fixes the whole thing.
push.
you use the door as leverage to get into a place.
And the only reason why I even knew that is because when I did a similar court security grant, it was something that I hadn't thought about. And I was like, oh, okay, sure.
But that would fall into the
Yes.
grant if
Mhm.
we were
Okay.
to receive X amount of
Yeah.
dollars. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, do you think it'd be possible for us to talk to the buildings and grounds people? Would they come to a meeting? Somebody?
Yeah, probably, or maybe just have one of you meet with
Angela,
Angela. Yeah,
Okay.
might be easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matt.
We're looking your way.
Immediately look at you, Matt.
Where's their office?
It's just right across the,
Let's walk over there when we're
Okay.
done.
Okay. All right. Let's.
One.
Huh?
one of you.
Yeah, one of
Because
us.
otherwise-
I'm not, I won't. go.
Otherwise,
Only one?
Yes,
Well,
otherwise
it's
it's
a
a meeting.
That's
So if we're
Oh,
going to,
boy.
if we're gonna
Okay.
gather information, that's
Yeah.
because this is what we would be doing. We want to gather
Sure.
information.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
We will assign that to you.
seconded.
Okay,
I need
All
a
right.
motion.
Thank you.
proud to serve.
You don't quite have my passion on this yet, but you may soon.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Just, I always I like to ask the nice the first time.
You're more reasoned than I am. Okay, what are we on?
So
You
do
are-
you have to have a decision on this today?
I thought
Okay,
we
do it.
wanted to
Okay.
move forward
Yeah, we're
with the
moving forward.
doors and the cameras, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And the other part is the grant part.
Yes,
And
which
you're
we
gonna-
don't know about yet.
Right.
Okay, we won't even be able to pursue that until July, is that
Right,
right?
Right.
Okay.
But I wanted to go ahead and start
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
information so that we can add it to our budget for 2027 or have it, boom, ready. They say you've got the grant money and you have 5 days to turn in how you're going to spend it.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, you want to be
yeah, it
ready.
it's a short time
It's
frame.
maybe just a week.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
If
that's- That's why I went ahead and
Yeah,
started
you need
kind
to do
of
it, yeah.
gathering the information.
And these estimates quotes are good for,
Yes, they're
Mhm.
good for 90 days, essentially 30 to 90 days. This is a company that works with the county. So he's like, he said, just let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing that Sam did say is that they go with this particular company. They seem to have more experienced work crew and seem to know
Okay.
a little bit more about how things need to be done for the county.
Oh,
I guess is what
gotcha.
they're saying. So they have.
Because I mean, apparently they've had they've
Yeah,
had a lot of
apparently,
practice
yeah.
at this point.
But I would, like I said, I would hope that they would stand behind their work for more than 90 days.
Yeah. Seems a little short, but okay. So proceed on that.
Okay.
And you've got electrical needs in here.
Yes, so we are working on our building over on the south campus building to make it more efficient, and that included, see how we have the express poll books
Mhm.
there. When we've got them over at our other building, they're kind of in these rows and it makes it difficult for us to maneuver. So we wanted to move them so that basically they just go along the walls and it'll make loading and all of that. But as we were doing that, we discovered that we really need to move some of the electrical outlets. And then they would also like drop downs.
Mhm.
Because if you go over there when we're doing LNA, it is a nightmare of electrical cords and all of that. So we
Yeah.
really need better electrical needs over at the south building. So we asked Buildings and Grounds to come and take a look at that for us to see, because they do have an in-house electrician. Could they do
Mhm.
these things for us? I got back from Buildings and Grounds that it would take 2 of their people for a 2-week time frame, and they just don't have the ability to spare that. So the suggestion was made that we bid it out, and that either it's built into Buildings and Grounds budget for 2027, or we go ahead and build it into our budget for 2027. So that way, then we know that that's dedicated for us as a capital outlay. So this electrical needs would be, she estimated between $12,000 to $15,000 to do all of this. It is something that really should be, I mean, all of our equipment's electrical.
Mhm.
I mean, and
Right.
we are we're using power strips and
Yeah.
cords and all of that. So to have some of these drop downs like we have in
Sure.
here would be beneficial. So I don't have it built into our 2027 budget, but I do think that we need to add it in there
Okay.
as a need
Did
going
we pull for
forward.
these in our
No, so
budget?
this came,
Okay.
so when they outfitted this building
Yeah.
for us, we got the advantage of being able to say we need electrical outlets, and and because it was just a blank canvas, they came in and added all of
Mhm.
this. But to do that over at our other building, it is more.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's why I have that on there, to go ahead and maybe work with Buildings and Grounds to get a quote for that, to build it into our
And
our
next year's
budget.
an awful election.
It is, which would mean that we can get that done and then we're ready, for 20, yeah.
Okay.
These outlets, are any of these surge protected? Do you have surge? Do you use surge?
We do.
protectors?
So
Are they
we have,
individual?
yeah, so they're surge protectors where we've got the things plugged in.
Okay,
And the surge protectors I pulled for our computers are the ones that came with the DS200s
okay,
from ES&S.
okay.
We don't keep these plugged in, so I can borrow them.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, we have those plugged into surge protectors.
Okay, so do we need to give you an okay on electrical now, or
I just
wait
wanted
until
to,
you got some more information?
yeah, I just wanted to bring to your attention that
Okay.
that is something that we will be pursuing as well.
and is it to move or to add or
To add,
Okay.
we need, so some we need to move up but
Oh.
they would love to have, and it would be
Yeah.
nice for them to have these drop downs.
Oh, yeah.
We do. So, yeah.
Okay.
It made it, when we were doing the recount, it made it so easy. Where you're not ever, and we had so many different people who weren't used to the buildings rather than taping.
Yeah.
all-
Right, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
when we did poll worker training, because the way they did the outlets and the way we bought the tables and everything, we actually only ran 2 courts, which
Really?
because of how this was
Wow.
set up. Yeah.
Wow.
So they kind of need that over
Yeah.
at the other building.
Yeah. Okay. 2027 budget.
So
So
one
that-
last question. So if
Oh, go
budgets and, if buildings and grounds couldn't fit it, the 2-week project and it's this year, would they be able to do it next year if we didn't bid it out?
I think their idea would be for us to go ahead and bid it
Okay.
because it's more extensive
Okay.
than just a simple go in and move the stuff out.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Okay.
So
As long as they don't move us out of that building.
right.
Okay. 2027 budget. What do you got?
Okay. So this is just a very rough estimate for 2027. Obviously, our budget for 2027 does not match what we would do in 2028. But when the JPs are looking at it, this is essentially what
Good.
they're going to be looking at. So just by line item, the difference between 2026 and the full-time salaries and requested, in 2026, they had basically our programmer's position as a full-time position, but it's not, it's a part-time position. So I have adjusted that for 2027. That would give our full-time, we have 4 full-time positions. Then salary part-time, obviously, we don't have as many elections. And so that $140,000 would be an estimate of our part-time staff, and then 2 fairly decent size elections. We have no way of predicting what elections we will have in 2027. But the one thing we do know for 2027 is starting in November, we will be prepping for the 2028 presidential year.
Right.
So,
Okay.
same thing with overtime. Obviously, since we don't have the general elections, 2 weeks of early vote and all of that, it drops significantly down. And then workman's comp, that's just something they figure. Was not a number that I came up with. Like the other, for the FICA, contribution and health insurance, those were automatically put in there. I didn't control those. But you see that takes us way below what we were requested in 2026.
Yeah.
And then general supplies, obviously, we don't spend as much on election supplies. And then I base these numbers of what we spent in 2025 comparatively. So those numbers are within range of that. I did under computer IT equipment, I did ask for $5,000 for next year. Our programming computers are at least 2018.
Yeah.
And so, but those have to come through ES&S. So I have 5,000 in here, but I'm going to get a quote from ES&S for 2 new computers to see what that
It's gonna be
actually,
much more.
I think it will be too. I think it will be. So that number may change.
Yeah.
And then, under, the other numbers you see go down, the one number that doesn't go down in other services and charges is our internet connection. Verizon used to be really good to work out a deal with us where they could totally suspend them and then we didn't have to pay, but I have to pay for 6 months worth of internet service for our Wi-Fis. And we have to have our Wi-Fis. We can't
Right.
not have them. So that's 6 months worth of basically the internet connection for our Wi-Fis. Mileage goes down as well. the elections are large, advertising. Rent, that is for that rent machinery and equipment. That is for renting the Penske trucks. Obviously, the smaller the elections, the less we need in there. Contract overages, that is for our copier.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have to print so much, but obviously that number goes down as well. The other one that I have adjusted is for our training education. I have it at 1,000 in 2026, but I've took it up to 6,000. I'm going to have to get a quote for that as well. So Lacey, our wonderful programmer, is opening up her own store.
Right.
And so we want to keep Lacey and she works with us as part-time, but if that were to take off and her time was to become consumed
Delegation.
with that. And we have Debbie too, who is a programmer as well. But Debbie has already retired once.
Once.
So I'm like, oh. So as I'm thinking about what do we need for 2028, I don't, we can get into 2027 and kind of see where Lacey is at, but I think it would be prudent for us to think about hiring another programmer. But that means that they have to be trained through
Right.
ES&S. We
Right.
have to go to that training. So that's why that number has changed, but I'll need to get a quote from ES&S to see for sure what that is. But in the past, it's been about $5,000 to have them come here and train someone on the programming side of it. Because well, I've been trained, I don't do it every day. And we can't just, well, they would be excellent teachers. If you don't have someone trained by ES&S, then your election's not certified through them. So if there's issues with it, they're going to be like, well, you didn't
That's
have
a
it.
small expense.
I think
So it
so too. So yeah, so that's why that number is different from 2026. And then our software support, that is our ES&S, all of that. And then I don't have anything in that capital security, that capital outlay,
Yeah.
but that would be the electrical needs, the security system, and I can add that in there.
No, I think it makes sense for the training just to have more continuity and to have a backup. I think that,
Yeah.
I think we've been really fortunate with the staff that you selected and a great job that they do. We've just gotten really spoiled.
The main thing is capable people.
Mhm.
How can we replicate you guys?
They're not going anywhere. We're not saying that they're going there.
I know.
But
we
I
need
don't
backup.
want to pretend
Yeah.
that might not happen,
Right.
especially going into 2028, which will be a presidential year without an incumbent running for president. So,
That's huge.
So with that being said, do we need more computer equipment?
so I need to get a quote from ES&S, because, computers only last so long. We already have one of them that we have to keep plugged in.
No.
And so, I want to see what it'll cost to replace
I
them.
think
And they have to come through ES&S because they're hardened. They can't be connected to the internet. They put the software on them. They do all of that. So when they come to us, they're complete. So
What about the other computers you guys use?
We
Are they also?
just-
2018?
no, they got new computers in 2024.
Okay.
So yeah, so we should be okay.
You guys
on
need
those.
anything else as for furniture or gas? Do we have to have
No,
more
I feel
space?
like
I feel like you guys always just kind of use what's available and you guys
Make do.
They do,
we
you
have
really do.
inherited most of like my desk is all inherited.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My chair's
Which is great. I
inherited
love
from
that.
another department.
So you needed a new
All
chair?
no, I actually like that chair. It's a Herman Miller chair. I don't know why the other department got rid of it because it's really comfy. So yeah, but yeah, it's
Somebody wanted a
inherited.
different color.
I guess so. I don't know, but we do inherit. That's why we have mismatched stuff.
Yeah.
I just want
So-
to make sure if you do add another part-time person that you have enough.
Right.
space. Yeah.
Well, this is just preliminary for now.
Yes, we are not required to, I'm not required to send this to the comptroller until July 15th.
And we have a meeting before then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we will. Yeah,
Okay.
but I'll get with ES&S about the quotes for the computers, and then, for training.
Okay.
So I just put in what we had spent in the past, I knew for those
This
things.
usually fly through pretty well with the JPs.
It does, our budget, especially, they're gonna look at our numbers from 2026 and look and see, oh, yeah, they took their budget down so much.
We were done.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why I always say like, hey, is there anything else that we need? Because this is a good year to ask for
Right,
equipment,
yeah.
and
Right,
computers,
right.
and more tables. Or do you have enough tables?
No,
for
we
training?
actually, we think
Okay.
we have enough tables and everything. It does usually go through
Yeah.
pretty easily. We do also, if you'll look in what I went ahead and printed the 2025. If you'll look, I returned $70,000 back in 2025 because we might have it in, because basically that was poll worker pay. We didn't have those elections. So we will ask for the money up front because we have to,
Budget.
you know,
Have enough.
budget, and
Yeah.
we can't predict what our elections will be like. But we have always been good to say we're giving it back, which
Yeah.
is easier than having to go before them every time to
Oh,
say,
I don't want to do that anymore.
Right.
If we can help it.
right. So we typically don't have any issues.
Mhm.
And like I said, with increasing training education, we have a very valid reason
Yeah.
for asking for that. The same thing with the computers. So I think we have the ability to explain why the request is different.
And actually, my recollection is last time you didn't have to do the defense. Somebody else did it for us.
The judge's office has been doing it. Basically, we'll go through this and then I will visit with the judge and kind of visit with him about the needs we're asking, why we're asking. And then their office presents it. Now, if there were questions, they might call us in, but
Oh,
they
right.
haven't the last few cycles.
Yeah.
So,
Which has been a relief.
yeah.
Okay. Any other thoughts on the budget?
What about more power strips that you're borrowing for these machines?
Oh, we're not borrowing.
Oh,
We have them.
We have, okay.
Yes, yes. So, yeah, we just like to use those ones from ES&S because they're.
Mhm.
But do you
made.
need more of them? Okay.
These are plugged in here.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Moving on to I voted.
Okay.
Did you supply these for us to take home?
Yes.
Okay.
Or to sort through them, however you
Okay.
want to do it. You
Okay.
have, okay,
We can take these home.
yes.
Okay.
This big batch of them is the K through 8. The smaller batch is 9 through 12. So we're gonna pick 2 categories. When we set this out, I did not specify how many finalists we would have. So the commission can determine, do we want 3 finalists? Do we want 6 finalists? How many finalists do we want?
And that's the ones that are finalists are the ones that
The public
vote
will
is
vote
gonna
on.
be on.
Yes. And then if you didn't want to look through them that way, this printed document is the high school basically, and then this is the grade school.
They're going to Grace Street.
Yes.
How many finalists did you guys have last time?
We had 6 last time.
But there was only one contest.
There's only one
Yeah,
contest. That is true.
Good point.
So you could do 3 and 3.
That's what I'm thinking.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, some of the ones that are like really light in production, they would make darker or?
We can lighten them up. So for instance, if you were to look at, because I think it's a really good one. That number 26 on the K through 8, I think we would have the ability to maybe bring more detail into that one,
Yeah.
especially. Because this is the original, you know, so when we send it, so when we send it to the printer, obviously they can bring out the more.
Yeah, this is very light on. there,
Right.
But that one's
But
actually.
this
a
one,
little bit darker.
yeah, so,
Okay.
so if there's ones that you want to see their original,
Mhm.
we've got
Okay.
those, but I do think, and that's, and we say that in the contest rules. We say that in the
Yeah.
contest rules that we have the ability
Look at
to
number
do
nine.
that.
96.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that one.
I
and
haven't
oh my
posted
gosh.
that one yet. I think the intent of that one was the Day of the Dead type of thing
Yeah.
and not Chicago politics.
Well, I looked at that and I thought, is that supposed to be a skeleton?
It is, it's
So-
the day, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Which makes more sense.
it does, yes.
But essentially, we are not going to, we can lighten or darken, but we are not going to change any other particulars.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, what they have submitted
Yeah.
is what we are going to use.
I love the fact that you've been posting in the social media.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
can see an idea of what we've been receiving.
Well, and for the people who
Oh,
entered, you know,
Mhm.
that way they
Yeah.
all get recognition.
Are you connecting with the people who've done the designs and saying yours is featured on
So we've just
Facebook or
been
something?
putting them
Random.
out there randomly. And then once the selection's made, I will email out to all the contestants that, hey, yours was on Facebook
Mhm.
and here's where to look. And this is, you know, all of that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Maybe sending a link.
Yep.
Okay. Are these in the order that you received them? or-
No, they're just
Random.
they're just random
Okay.
order. And we wanted you to pick without knowing the grades, the people, anything like that. So when you're picking, you're just picking on
Mm,
the design.
Okay.
So yeah.
Jennifer had a good idea earlier where her suggestion was kind of from the older group to
mhm.
pick something that corresponded to the younger group. And I really like that idea. So for number 5, for the older selection, there was another eagle here and
Yeah.
vice versa.
Okay.
There's a lot of, I voted stickers here with the flag and just different variations. So I think that's kind of neat.
That was that number 20 on the young one. I also like on 87 for the youth, they use the
Mhm.
250.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and
Exactly,
that's
yeah.
the,
I liked that one.
Yeah.
Where is it? Is it in
it's somewhere 87.
87? Okay.
Yeah, the bigger
Yeah.
packet.
I liked the bomb pop.
I do
That's-
too. It's so quintessential.
It is.
It is.
is.
Yeah,
And I wasn't sure about whether it would be dark enough.
yeah.
But if we can darken,
Mhm.
Because I think we had to do that last year.
Yeah.
did we? Okay.
And that one is number 87.
Yeah. I mean, that's a symbol that everybody
Yeah.
kind of identifies. Well, we don't need to do finalists right now, right?
We need to pick our 3 and 3. If we're
Okay,
wanting to
gonna
do,
go 3 and 3.
yeah, if
Oh,
we're
okay.
going to do that, if we're gonna do 3 for 9 through 12 and 3 for
Okay.
K through 8th grade. I mean, you can pick more if you
Okay.
want, but we do need to do it today because what we're gonna do is on the 18th, we'll have in-person voting.
Right.
And then starting the 22nd through the 25th, we'll have online voting.
How many is there?
We don't,
First.
yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's what I did too. I didn't know how many we were gonna decide on, so I kind of liked,
And that's up to y'all on how many.
of course, as usual, I completely spread out.
I kind of thought this was pretty good with all that detail on the
Mhm.
courthouse.
Yep.
That's impressive. Was the one. We're only gonna have one thing of voting, right?
We're gonna pick three from each.
We're gonna do three, but then, I mean, we're not gonna do six and then reduce it to three.
That equals. that.
Hope not. I
Not
think
that equals
public
them.
will just vote.
I know,
No,
that was
it's,
very nice.
yes, we're gonna do one round of voting.
Yeah,
We
okay.
only do one ballot.
I did these-
That is the
I get
programmer.
marked with
Yes, as the
reference
programmer.
on-
Yeah.
So I need another part-time person.
Supposed to open a store in August.
Ah.
See, another part-time person will be like, I'll do as many as you want for training purposes.
That's an effort there.
And remember the qualifications that they have to say I voted on it.
Yeah, yeah, actually, that's the first thing we should do is
Yeah,
the ones that say, that don't say, there's only a couple.
unfortunately, yeah. Well, I just think that the age ranges are so,
Right,
they're young.
Yeah.
Some of them are,
Yeah.
you can tell a little bit. Which I love that we got as many submissions as we did.
We didn't envy your decision making that you needed to make today.
No.
I thought number 17 was good too. It incorporates the Arkansas symbols.
right, yeah, I liked that.
Mhm.
Pick three from nine. Okay.
And then people can vote here in person, online.
On the 18th, you can vote in person, but then we will have a Google survey where they can vote online.
And that'll be published on the county's
Yes.
website.
Yep.
So again, unfortunately, 48 is really, I like the bold colors,
Yeah,
but it doesn't have I voted on
It
it.
Yeah,
doesn't, no.
right.
We can't, I like it.
I'm just going through these apart. but
Yeah.
they-
And then we'll decide.
I voted.
And we brought in extra help. Make the decision even harder.
It's me.
Spread out.
We also have them on
Yeah.
the banners.
Oh,
too.
yeah, yeah.
It does. Maybe we can do 4 and 4.
I mean, we specifically did not say how many.
Yeah, we didn't. That's
No,
right.
because last time we said 3 and then we ended up doing 6.
Yeah.
So I left it, I left it with. That's smart.
I didn't see that, but that is.
Number 2, when they did this, it's the shape of our ballot. What detail?
Oh.
You see that little?
Yeah, I
That is
noticed that,
just a
and
very,
it didn't even occur to
Yeah,
me that's what it was for.
yeah.
I thought it was an envelope.
No, it's the shape of our ballot. That is very smart.
Some of these are very clever.
Yeah. Number 42 was actually water paints, or it was painted. Yeah. Yeah, it was actually.
What's the flower?
It's,
Flowers are magnolia.
Magnolia?
or apple blossom.
Oh, apple blossom.
Yeah, but I think that's what that
okay.
is supposed to be. Yeah.
Okay.
Not magnolia.
Yeah.
This is the hardest decision.
I know, this is harder than what early vote sites are opening up.
Yes, I had no idea what he was signing up for.
Hey, Matt, we can always do 4 and 4.
Yeah, let's do 4 and 4.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know that I can find 4 on the big side, the other side.
Yeah, the paper clip. Don't use it with the rubber band.
Arkansas half bison.
Yes,
Mhm.
not any, I mean, they're brought in now,
Okay.
but yes.
I don't think they live in Arkansas though,
I think there's bison farms.
There are.
but they don't. Those clear.
I mean, I know I've had
Bison farms.
maybe.
Yeah, but that's showing. You put them alive and you put them alive.
Four from each group.
Yeah, if you can come up with 4.
Yeah.
Wait, Jesus. There's 4 in that group
Okay.
and. Another. 2, 3. I want to get one more here. Sweet to the point. Okay, there's that group. I've got 4 here too.
Now, then we have to agree on them.
Yeah, now we have to.
Let's see where
We
we've got.
might. Okay,
Yeah.
can we start with the older kids only because there was less submissions? To get it easier.
Yeah. Okay, I had 3.
Okay,
You have
number
three.
3.
But I'll,
Well, the only reason why I like to do it 4 and 4 because there's so many more
Here's 4.
submissions with the.
that's 4 now. And I haven't even looked at the other ones. Here's what
I have been. And I think
yeah,
I think either one is fine if we do 4.
right.
If we did 3,
Which way are y'all leaning on the short group?
7, 5, and 8, or 5, 7, 8, sorry.
5. 5, I've got 5, 8, and. Well, 1, 2.
Okay, so we
I
both,
think we're good on 5 and 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
it's like filling cards.
I've got 2 and 7 as the other.
you had 7 as one of yours too.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 7.
Yeah,
And then I think either one, if we're gonna do 4, 2 or 3, I think they're, I think good with
they're very
either.
similar.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like 3 a little bit better. It's just a little bit bolder, I thought.
Okay.
Okay.
But
All right.
feel strongly.
Okay.
So
But 5,
Okay.
8,
3.
5, 8, 7,
Mhm.
3.
5,
5,
Okay.
7, and 8. Okay, there we go.
And that being the case, I would make sure that the blue on that and the red is more colored in. Yeah. Okay, now the big test.
right?
Oh, boy.
I think you should just pick 4 of your favorite and not try and match them up. You're not gonna be able to do that. Yeah.
Favorite, I really like them. It's what really I liked.
Said 52.
I really like number 87.
Oh, me too.
Matt,
87, which one's that?
the bottom.
Oh, yeah, I did like
Okay,
that. too.
So we have one that we agree. Okay.
That's good.
I like the detail on 31.
Okay. So my file.
Well, that didn't make my list. Let me go see.
Oh.
Oh, I also have 20.
Okay.
So let's see what that has.
Good.
I think
I also have
the
31.
Eagles were definitely way to go.
Mhm.
Uh,
And that one with all the state symbolisms in it, it's pretty cool too.
That one.
That one and
This
that one
one?
too,
Yeah.
What do you have, Matt?
Well, I had 58, 60. I thought that both had good messages, but
I did like that one, but the, I mean, I guess you could lighten the, Statue of Liberty.
I
if you-
don't know how much we could on that one. I feel like the 26 that I said we could, that one is because it's the original.
Right, right.
Is
It's
darker, yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
And this one originally, it's the same,
Yeah, that, what number is that one?
58.
Yeah, yeah, it is kind of dark, but the outline
Yeah.
is anyway. Also, what with 39, it's kind of simple. Excuse me.
This is the original of 58. See, it
It's
is,
still very
it is
dark.
still very dark.
Yeah.
So we can usually make it darker, darken it, but we can't lighten it.
Yeah, see, I feel like that's like what I was saying with hers. When you look at her original, I feel like when
Mhm.
we can make it a little bit darker than
Mhm.
what shows up there.
Mhm.
Remind me, you like the bomb part, the bomb part.
I did
right?
like-
Okay,
yeah,
great.
that's-
So we've got one down. Okay.
I actually kind of like this 92.
Mhm.
It was very good
One's that?
putting the flower, putting the flag in the flower.
Oh, okay.
I voted, y'all.
Now what it says.
And this is the original for 90.
Oh, yeah,
one.
that's even better.
I
Yeah,
like
that's the
that.
original. Yeah.
Okay,
I was a little concerned that the colors would all blend.
Yeah.
right, right.
All right. Matt, I don't see your cards.
Oh, well,
Well,
These are
Okay.
just the ones that I have, but I,
okay.
let's
Do you
see, I think
see-
we agreed on 87.
Yes, sir.
And then I liked 60 personally,
60.
but it's the one with the flag and
Mhm.
it says, I voted because I believe in the change I want to see 2026. That's why you go vote.
Yep.
But
Now it makes it hard when we do pick ones with years on them
yeah.
because
Oh.
we use them multiple years.
Oh,
But
Good point.
yeah, that is one, I mean, I feel like this is different because this is,
Right.
250
Yeah.
celebration.
yeah,
That
okay.
should be commemorated.
Oh, okay. So you want
we don't have to,
No.
but that's just a
Yeah.
thought too.
Love the fact that you use them like in all of our training manuals,
Right,
and you
yeah.
even brought back last year's.
Yeah.
In the application process, and I really,
Mm.
I like that.
I like this number 20.
Mhm.
I also have it in
It's,
my,
I mean, I like this one, but this one,
yeah, that's good.
is that, which one did you have either one, Matt? Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I could see.
And you have to think about them too as the stickers.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I
I
the
just think there's a little bit
boldness.
better contrast on number 20,
Exactly.
I think, that's. I like that, but it's a little bit, washed out, I
Mhm.
guess.
Mhm.
But we could darken this,
Yeah.
number 26.
That's the original. But the
It still
contrast
doesn't have
on
the same
20,
amount of contrast.
yeah,
as
it's
this one
different.
does.
Yeah.
So 20,
I'd go for 20.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
2 down.
Okay.
Okay, we're almost there. Almost there.
All right.
Okay.
I
What
did,
else?
I did still like this one,
Mhm.
but again, there is an eagle in 2 of them. But I like the, is 31.
Mhm.
I like all the
Yeah.
contrasts on that one. We included.
I kind of like,
Let me see.
it's harder
again
to,
too.
for me. This feels like cake. It's different. I'm not sure if it comes across as a cake. Because birthday candles and it has
Yeah.
250 on there.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Debbie did this with that one that you guys liked for the,
Oh,
It's better.
yeah.
so just with,
Now you're making it harder.
I know,
Yeah, let's stick with that one. Let's put it in the.
What was the number on that one?
7.
58 or 7.
Added.
Yeah,
Which one did you have? Mark?
that one was 58. That we just,
okay.
They're similar.
Oh, yeah,
They
okay.
have statutes
That
but
a
is
little
that
bit-
liking
is a
it
little bit
too
better.
much though that we're,
distorting them.
yeah.
I don't want to take too many liberties with somebody else's art.
And
Yeah.
that's the only thing that concerns me is that the original looks like that. Like 58. Whereas when we do that one, it's because when we made the copy of it, the copy was,
Right.
so I almost feel like 58, if we do that, it changes
Yeah.
their intent.
Okay,
That's
Yeah, I think it makes
a
it
hard
too,
decision.
yeah.
that is. But I do like number 7. Is that?
Yeah.
Which one?
I like it too. I mean, I like most of them actually.
I know this is really,
7.
I like the fact that you post it on socials and then I was like, oh, this is getting harder and harder. There's only a few. Okay, I can do this. Can I see number 90 again, please? That's mission.
Yeah, that's the original.
I like that too.
I am gonna remove my vote for that one. I like it. But if you're saying you don't want to change anything, what I would have done would be to put a black around the flower, and that's
Right, we can't do
too
that.
much
That
of a
is,
change.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I agree.
So get that. Do we have 4?
No, we only have 2.
And that's 17. I know, you guys haven't talked about that one,
We
but
haven't
yeah.
talked about it.
I like the detail. I like the elements that they put in, and it's very clear. Get the bomb pop. That one's
Yep.
for sure.
I have that here and I've got number 20.
Number 20.
What's that? Sorry.
Okay, that one. All right.
And I mean, you can just you could do 3 and 3.
Mhm. Or we can do, yeah,
Four
I
and
think we should
four,
keep
but
it
yeah.
equal on both sides, maybe. Or stop.
What other ones did you have? Someone did that.
And
Yeah,
like
good.
that.
What,
Well,
yeah, 58
I was
and
good. I was
60.
good with the
Yeah.
Liberty,
Yeah,
Statue of Liberty there, but it's, I guess, a little bit too dark perhaps. I don't know.
Which one?
58.
The one with the.
this is the original.
Number 60 has the year on it, so that's kind of limited to choose,
Yeah.
I guess.
But
Yeah.
58, that's
It's
the original.
Really too dark. I mean, oh,
It has some good detail in it. I do enjoy it. I just think for
Yeah.
replicating it on the sticker, it's not gonna come across. Matt had time is open.
Careful. The dead.
Which I also liked.
I know, it really,
I know.
really was quite clever.
I know.
The creativity of
Yeah.
these.
Those two we've got.
The cat being sucked up by this spaceship.
I think this one definitely works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 7.
Yeah. And I think on this one that has the detail about the 250th birthday, I think it's really cute, but it does sort of limit things.
Right. Now, this is the original for number 7.
Oh, it's a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
The black background maybe is what
Makes
makes
it-
it seem dark.
Yeah. But that's, yeah, so that's the original for number 7.
Let's do that.
Matt, what do you think? Number 7? Can you look at number 7? Yes, sir.
7, number 7.
Yeah. Good, good.
I think it's actually maybe an eagle base on that one.
Yeah, I think so too. It kind of looks that way, which makes it unique.
Yeah. First, I thought it was a mask and I thought surely not. Okay. Well, we're moving into a theme here about eagles and that, but we do have the bird here.
We do.
Is this the mockingbird?
I think so.
Hmm?
I think so.
What
Okay.
song do you think he sings? Or she?
Peck, peck.
Birds.
Yeah. But, you know, sometimes that
We
happens.
work with what we have.
Yeah.
I like these two.
They're also my,
And I think this is too much verbiage and it does say 2026.
This one, number 77, somebody was paying attention in class. 'Cause they worked in the dog flower and the diamond,
And the diamond, yeah,
and the state flag and the US flag.
yeah. I actually
And
like
that's
that
the
one.
original for that one.
oh, I like the colors in the flower. It came out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pink dog.
I actually thought there was one in here that had partial Arkansas flag and partial US flag, which I thought was kind of Clever.
Yeah,
That's number 10.
number 10. But it didn't really, I don't know, there's something about it I didn't.
But yeah, that's the original of that one.
yeah, yeah,
That
that's
looks
good. That's a good rendering.
Let's go with that one.
I like that. Mhm. Okay, so 77. Did we agreed on 20?
Yeah,
Thought we did.
Okay.
yeah. And 87.
Mhm.
So we did 4 on the first, so we want to do 4.
Or one more.
I go for that one, 17.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mockingbird.
What you have in your collection, Matt?
Didn't have that, but I'm good with that.
What did you have?
I got voted down.
No. Well, that one. had
Actually, I did
2026
have
on
the
it.
250. I did have that one.
Okay,
And the one that had but it had 2026 on
yeah,
Okay.
it. So. Anyway,
That
and a 77 there. Good.
17, that's the original.
oh, that's got a lot of good color in it.
Mhm. It does. And I thought it did well.
Mm-hmm. So are we still not sure about 7?
Oh,
7.
Yeah, the
Oh,
one with
that. Gotcha.
Oh,
Oh, I thought
Oh,
you guys had decided
well, I
on
would, if you guys
77,
thought the
but
color was okay, I was good with it, but
Okay.
I didn't know
But I
where you
don't know.
guys were on that.
So if we're gonna pick four, that was like, this is our last selection, because we've got 87, 20, and 77.
Renee still has 7 in hers.
I've
Okay.
got 7 here.
I got 7.
Wait, that must be yours.
I
Is it?
have no idea at this point.
Okay.
I feel like playing cards. I really like that. I really like
It's
that.
worse than playing cards. Well, I could go with any of them.
Okay.
I
If I would
definitely
read,
want that one.
you're right,
I like that one.
right.
I mean,
Mhm. So I have these two. in
this
my
is
last
the Lady
selection.
Liberty one.
Mhm. And we went with some.
Oh, the 7.
Or you, I mean, that was just one you guys talked about. So
Right.
Which are you? Go through all these again.
Huh. And I like 77 because it worked in the
Yeah,
elements
it does have a lot of that.
And the color, I like the,
of the state. Gem, I guess. Because I'm just there.
yeah.
So, okay, I need to find my 77. Anything else? Here we go. Yeah, here. All right. These are the finalists.
Those, the 1, 2, 3, right? We have 1, 2, 3. And then we seem to decide on a 4. If we want to do the 4 and 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we doing honorable mentions?
Well, we'll do.
Just asking for a friend.
Between these two, which one do you like best?
And there's the originals of 17 and the original of 7.
You know, I just kind of like, kind of like those things that are woven into
Yes,
17, and they're done very well.
yeah, they are.
Attention to detail.
All right,
But,
17.
17 it is.
All right.
So our final selection for the 4, I've got 17, 20, 77, and 87.
Yep.
Okay, so we have 17. This is what we have, 17.
Twenty.
Need one Cole Smith.
77. And then 87.
And then Paul, Emma Kate McCall.
And here's the solution.
Is this all on video? None of the children.
We referred by names, I mean by
No,
numbers.
I know, but,
Oh,
oh, that's right. They wouldn't know what the
Yeah.
numbers are. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Okay,
no one knows.
we've got those 4 in the younger group, and what do we have in the older?
Okay, so let me get
Oh, the older
87,
group.
17, 20, and 77.
You want the younger numbers, you know?
Huh?
Are you looking for the younger numbers?
Yeah, no, the older numbers.
You got 17,
No, because
The older numbers,
older
3,
is-
oh, 3,
5, 7, and 8.
Thank you.
All right, so for the older ones, it would be Holly Foltz.
Wait a minute.
So if we're doing the older ones,
No, we're not doing names here, though.
we're not going to announce, we're just gonna vote. Even when we voted last time, we released the names.
Oh, even before they were,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay,
Because they
gotcha.
brought their whole families in to come vote.
Oh.
yes. Yeah, because you guys, you all selected
Okay.
without knowing names, age groups,
Gotcha.
or anything like that. But then
Okay.
once we'll do that, yeah,
Okay.
no, because they are online with the names attached to the pictures.
Okay. Oh,
So,
that's right. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
so then for our finalists, then for the 9th through 12th grade would be Holly Foltz, the Arissa Keith. I'm wanting to make sure I've got Cooper Jones. And Maddie Brannon. And then our finalists for K through 12 is Russell Wallenstein, Cole Smith, Emma Kate McCall, and Lawson Norton.
Okay.
Okay.
Any, no repeats from last year?
So we did have a couple of submissions from
Mhm.
none of the ones that are the
Okay.
finalists, but we did have a couple of submissions from students who had participated before. So yes,
So we need to make sure they understand. Don't give up.
yes.
No, I think because there were so many different interpretations, I think this
Mhm.
made it really hard.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Super.
Okay.
All right. This turned out to be longer than I thought. But that's it. You got it done. We move on. You've already got the schedule. Online voting coming
Yes.
soon. Future meeting dates. June 26th, we'll announce.
Under 5A, we had talked about doing an election date for general and general runoff election before the ballot draw on the 21st and after filing ends. Would August the 6th work?
Thursday. Yes. Get it on my calendar early. 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
6.
Will that date work for you?
Yes. What time?
At
9?
9.
I'm sorry, what?
At 9.
At 9, okay.
And then 5A, which is in your book, were there any discrepancies on dates that you all couldn't meet?
For which one in particular?
In 5A, just any of them?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
I know I had given them to you last time, but I
Yeah.
just wanted to confirm that those
That
were
sheet
all
you
still
gave
good.
me,
Yeah.
right, you had them all on there. Yeah, I think,
I think they're good. for-
Okay.
I think they're good. So,
All right.
let's ask a call, but
Yeah, I think you had let me know that they were good.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
and this August one, that's an add-on, right?
Yes, we'll finalize the voting location. We'll officially sign off on the
Right.
voting locations.
Okay.
Um,
Anything on 5B?
So, when we meet on the 26th, I know we'll be announcing the winner and hopefully we'll have students here. Do we want to we can do the 2027 budget on the 26th when we are meeting. I don't know. Is there a lot more questions about the budget, or do you feel pretty comfortable with what I kind of presented already? Like, I'm trying to think discussion wise for the budget versus if we have students here and that type of thing. So
Will you think you'll have some figures then?
yes,
from-
I'll get with
okay.
ES&S and get them to get me quotes for the computers, for the training. And then we can also, with the budget, just know that we will be adding in the possible quote for the electrical.
Right.
So unless there was anything else in the budget that kind of was a flag for you that you wanted me to explore more or get more details for, I kind of feel like the budget is pretty
Yeah,
good.
I'm okay with it.
I think it was straightforward. I know there's definitely a difference in the budget, but that's explainable.
Okay.
As far as the runoff dates and those kind of things, do you generally wait until about that time, right, to announce those? Or if you have a pretty good idea,
We will,
put it out?
August 5th, once filing is over, we go ahead and start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
But until right now, the only runoff that we are aware of that could potentially happen is JP District 15.
okay,
Once the municipals file,
okay,
that'll open up the,
okay.
that'll open up the other ones. So.
Okay.
Okay, voting locations, that's what you were talking about. I think we're good on all this unless we've got other business. Anybody?